What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through. Times don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world, but keep the sky on your mind.
Well, hello everyone. Welcome aboard Flying with Mike. We had a few moments here. Hang on a second. Something does not look right here. Hang on here. I just happened to look up and something just... Let's try. Let me try something here, folks. That's what it was. Okay. I tell you, I'm gonna have, yeah, we're still playing with this full screen mode, and yeah, that's what was getting me. Right underneath my subscriber and followers was, I don't know if you noticed, shampoo, flyer, airplane, was a black line, and I was trying to figure out why is my screen not centered. But welcome aboard, sir. Welcome. We have an interesting flight today for you. First off, it's for Millennium Aviation. You can check them out, folks. Great bunch of people. Been with them better part of 5-6 years, and great bunch. I've only started here within the last, we'll call it 6 months. I know it's not been a year. It could be of flying these destinations of the month. It is going well. Just got an A Pilot's Life Chapter 2. Awesome. Cool. Nice to hear, Shampoo. Look forward to your next endeavors. By the way, this, folks, is the author of that great scenery we did earlier this week. We flew out of Sierra Air Park and had to cut short, unfortunately, there in Yosemite. But great scenery, highly recommended. I believe I have it in the notes. Check it out, folks. Check it out. He's got other ideas. Look forward to seeing them. All right, now today's flight. Today's flight, first off, is in the KingAir. C90. This is default with the X-Plane 12 install, so you get this plane. However, We have a little hiccup in the works here. Hopefully it might get worked out. You saw the YouTube video work has been tied up, but the new project is coming along. Good deal, good deal. Look forward. I won't say a word at all. But today, the challenge isn't here. The challenge is where we're going. Now, I hinted at a different challenge with this airport. No turbojets allowed. That means if you want to fly corporate, you can't. Corporate jet. You can fly corporate turboprops, yes, because Dash 8s serve this airport. Now, it's across the little channel in Toronto. Bishop Airport, I don't know the full name to it. Charlie Yankee Tango Zulu. More than welcome, folks, to grab a Dash 8, grab a turboprop, heck, grab whatever, minus a turbojet, and we'll blast off. But let me put the caveat out there. Here's what made us delayed, because I was trying to figure out what the heck's going on. There's not been a METAR out of this airport for 10 hours. So I looked across the channel to Pearson, the main Toronto airport. They haven't had one in 4 hours. What's up? Weather just doesn't stop. Last I checked, yeah, things, God has his hand on everything. Maybe. What you do up there, Canucks? No. But seriously, right now do not know what we're in for when we get there, unless by the magic of the last 7 minutes something fixed. So we're gonna have a fun time. We may switch into VFR just because I really don't know what we're in for up there, as you're about to find out right after the commercial. All right, for those of you subscribed, hopefully you're still hearing my voice, and those of you who may still hear it because of other factors, great to have you aboard. Shampoo says weather station's down. I don't know. It's the whole continent or the whole country minus, where were they? Because it was 2 of them that were working. Oh, nope. Now some more are starting to sprinkle up here. Oh, that's U.S. Montreal seems to be, looks like, right now we're looking Ontario. I got one working in Manitoba, Braden. So Ottawa's working. That's Ontario. So Quebec City, I know where that is, Quebec. But yeah, it's just bizarre to see this. So check it out if you have SKYVECTOR, folks. SKYVECTOR.com's free. Just plug in CYYZ. That's the main Toronto airport. Unless mine's all screwed up. Who knows? But anyway, folks, welcome back from the commercials. Let's get into the pre-flight and get this thing going. I am under time constraints for this one because my vehicle's in the shop over in St. Louis, so it's a little bit of a drive. Fingers crossed it'll get fixed, but we're probably not leaving here until well after 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. All right. Oh, and you're back too. Were you down with the weather stations there, Shampoo? All right. So again, folks, I try to have fun here. Serious to a point, but fun overall. Yeah, it stole me away. Well, I could tell you all how to solve that, but I try not pushing hard on that because it does hurt the bank book. You could subscribe, but I leave that as far as I take it. So, all right. But again, KingAir C90. Some call it a BE100. Some call it a B9. Oh, I forget the other letters. F90, some have out there. So goes by a lot, folks, this version. Will be under BE200, which technically is the T-tail and a couple more seats. And there is a version of this with a T-tail that is the 100. So, all right, so let's hop up here, get in the office here. And they actually do a really good job in here. Hang on, I'm going to spin back before we get into the pre-flight. Let you all see, this is default. Now, this isn't as souped up as the Citation 10, but, you know, for a default aircraft to be able to have just this in it, so many corporate planes and such do not go to this level. Now, there was a young gentleman over in X-Plane 11 that took this to the next level. Really did a phenomenal job. Really wish he would port it over to 12. But that is his call. We're not going to push him. He did a great job. I affectionately call it a fireball. And Shampoo Flyer, thank you so
Shampoo
much, has
Flyer just
subscribed.
subscribed.
For us, you've been subscribed for 6 months. I did not know that, man. Welcome in, sir. Thank you so much for the subscription / resubscribe. No more ads. In USIC, welcome. EVO mod. I have seen that. I don't think it's the same one, but I know the one you're talking about. Anyway, let's get to work, get this plane going, and maybe we'll be able to pop a second flight. Depends. We may have no man's land we're going in since there's no weather. Oh, you gotta love the flight sim sometimes, folks. I'm just getting a screen in place here. There we go. All right, so where are you? There you are. All right, so here comes Sim Toolkit. Now, we had a question. Oh, what was his name? KingAir? Was the guy that did the X-Plane 11 one that I affectionately called Fireball. And the reason being, folks, you had to be careful throttling up. You had to be on your P's and Q's the whole flight, or engines all of a sudden erupt in flames. Great for the fire department, bad for the pilot. So anyway, so we've got the Sim Toolkit up, and we had a gentleman ask about this. This part is free, as is SimBrief down here. That too is free. Now, it's when you go into Navigraph products, and SimBrief, while yes is part of Navigraph, you don't pay for it. Just register. Okay. So, but you do have to pay for the FMC updates, which make sure you've done that, folks. That happened today. And Navigraph Charts. Phenomenal, two phenomenal products. The FMC update also includes your simulator. And for those of you all like me that have been in the flight sim business for quite a while, that's something relatively new. So take advantage of that, folks. What that means is the navigational database that you bought the sim for, or what that particular install had in it, can be updated. So you don't have to fly. Say, for instance, you bought it in 2021. You don't have to fly in 2021 navigational airways, NDBs, VORs. You can fly today. Your FMCs have been able to be updated. Oh my gosh. I mean, I'll bet every bit of 20 years. But the sim itself was never updatable, and it is now. That's a big, great thing. And Navigraph Charts, just if you're not aware, gives you the charting, both aeronautical maps for each of the world for your high, low, and sectional type charts. Even though I know a lot of the world doesn't use sectionals, beyond that, it goes to all the airports with instrument approaches. I've only come across one that has not been in there, and it may have been updated since, and I couldn't tell you which one it was. I forgot that quick. But SKYVECTOR gives you that for free, just the US. Otherwise, you got to hunt and peck Google to find the instrument approach charts you need for your run. So I don't want to do too much plugging for them, but I did have a question from YouTube on that, so I wanted to get into a little detail on that. All right, but Sim Toolkit is free. You get SKYVECTOR, which will allow you charts for the US for free. Just Canada, you do not get. Mexico, you do not get. Just the US, Alaska, Hawaii, and Puerto Rico. All right, so let's get into this flight. That's great question. Love getting that one. I always love questions to answer, especially from YouTube that I have to do the next day, and then they'll catch it on the next release. And by the way, if those of you are asking, well, why didn't you reply back? I did. Best way to find charts is AvTab. But you got to have it connected to Navigraph. That is correct. So that's another way, using the AvTab here in X-Plane 12. Free download, put it in your plug-in, and that'll give it to you. Great call there, Shampoo. Appreciate you. All right, so here we go, folks. There's where we are, up in the upper part of what we call the mitt. If you think about it, you look at a mitt that you put on your fingers, there it is. And people will tell you, I live right here in Michigan. I live right down here where the thumb is. So, kind of fun. Can't do that with many states. All right, today, dispatch says we only get 2 people to go over there. They don't have weather. They're kind of scared. 400 pounds of payload. They want us to tell them to uplift 1,883 pounds of fuel, or bring us up to, again, 2 people, no cargo, and Traverse City to HIPP, the Q48 to KARIT, to Toronto, and to our destination. And we'll cruise at 1,700 on the RPMs. Now, they're calling 25,000. I've done it before. I'm going to keep it at 23, and I may fly lower than that. And one more side note with what Shampoo said. The cool thing about AvTab, that puts it in your aircraft, whereas Sim Toolkit's an external add-on that you have to pull up and then hide, pull up and then hide. AvTab you can actually leave up and fly with. I'll kind of show it here. I don't have mine tied in, but I'll give an idea. All right, pressing on. Here we go with the weather. I love this part. And I can tell there is no weather down here. There's no information. This is our airport. Currently, Traverse City, 020 at 5, 10 miles visibility, and a few clouds at 2,200 feet. And somebody broke the sky again at 20... app I'm using is Sim Toolkit. I'm not sure if that's what you're referring to. But 2200 and a broken sky base 24,000. So I may even go a little lower to stay under it, just to stay under it, to see what kind of no weather we have in Toronto. And as we get down to Toronto, this is the other airport that the Dash 8s and non-turbojet aircraft. Folks, if you read the wiki and the airport, they actually tried to get turbojets in when the CS-100 aircraft were being thought up. It eventually got told, no, stay turboprop or less. No turbojets at all. All right, and as you can tell, weather. Very interesting airport. And like I said, if I haven't said, it's a destination of the month, Millennium Aviation. So I thought, what the heck, this ought to be fun to stream. Lo and behold, didn't know we didn't have weather. All right, let me pull up the, get myself filed here. Oh, where are you? Where are this? And probably the controller will say, with that information, you're not allowed. Well, guess what? We're going to touch down. OPR, who do I want this to be for? I'm not going to worry about it. All right. Filed, 1635. Got about it. I hope I got about an hour. I happened to look down and went, uh-oh. I got 2 minutes. We're late. Oh, I screwed up somewhere along the line there. Oh well, no biggie. Light plan's in, we'll connect up and we'll be good to go. All right, so let's get going. First thing we're gonna do is come up here, go to flight, weight and balance, take care of that issue, 400. All right, so for the payload, I'm just gonna throw it in there, 400, enter. And for the fuel, we'll put on 2,000 pounds just for safety. I don't think it'll hold 20,000. There we go. Wow, that brought me up. Holy mackerel. Ooh, my alternate's not that far away. Well, that'll be perfect. All right, we are looking good and done. Apply, and we're back. All right, folks, here we go. We make sure the door was left open for our passengers, and we're gonna get things rolling here. All right. Now, I was gonna mention the Av tab. All right. You have lovely information here to go through. I'm going to put the map on only to help me see when I get over there where I'm going. That's it. Now, one other feature we have here is charts. Now, you could actually put charts in here and actually pull them up as long as they're PDF. Or, as I have done, I actually put a route in here once. Here is the checklist. And again, I can leave this up as I go through and make sure, little bulky because you got to click over here to make it work. But yeah, I can go right through it, folks, working through it here. And the same thing with your charts on Navigraph, you'd be able to do the same thing. All right, on AvTab. So if you went back here, airports, I don't think it's going to pull up. Oh, yeah, I don't have it in yet. So, but yeah, you'd be able to pull those up. All right, and there, well, we'll come down one, see if it'll take. Sometimes OpenStreetMaps will, and this time, no. We'll go with that. And usually I just close it. All right, let's get going. All right, so exterior inspection's complete. We'll get the back door closed. Make sure. I always like to make sure, folks. All right, my ramp crew has looked. Everything's good. Weight and balance complete. Load and baggage secure. Emergency exits latch. Control locks moved. How do I know that? Well, first off, pilots always wish they could do that. But we can do this, we can do that, we can do this, we can do that. Push it in, pull it out, hit those rudder pedals. Guess what? Your control locks aren't in. Seatbelts fastened, parking brakes set right over here. And overhead panel. Make sure everything is bright. Never know kind of cloudiness you're going to get into. Minus the overhead flood. At night, that's a pain. Okay, and co-pilot's set. All bright on the pilot side. I bring them all the way up, folks, just to be safe. Now, the what I call Sparky, he really beefed this up. It was really cool. The switches were a little slow for me. Once you get past this point, that plane was dynamite. In more ways than one. Watching those engines. Okay, oxygen's ready. Get rid of that one too. All right, oxygen looks good. Make sure nothing to pull, like it said, does not appear. All right. Okay, right side fuse is good. Right side CB cabin mode. Okay, temp mode's auto. Okay. Prop levers to high. Now, the one thing I really loved about his version, you could stick your mouse somewhere like this and move both at the same time. Same with your condition levers. So when you're set in cruise or set in climb, you can easily see and accomplish it. Throttles work. Okay. Condition levers are idle. I'm sorry, throttles are idle. Condition levers cut off. Okay, over to the fuel panel. KCBs are in, firewalls closed, cross feed open. Correction, cross feed. I'm doing boost pump. That's why I was screwed up. Okay, now the battery switch needs to come on right here. Fuel pressure, low lights on. Okay. Pressure in transfer pumps on. All right, and finally,
line slow, pull up.
okay, annunciators check, cabin signs set, we're ready for engine start. And folks, this is one of those things I can't stress how much I love. When I came to X-Plane, I loved seeing this. All right, so ignition switch on. you would never see this on other sims. You'd hear the engine, but you wouldn't see the prop slowly spin up. It was just a boom, and it's running. Kind of like, you know, you look at a radio-controlled aircraft, you put that little electric starter to the propeller hub, and it spins it on. That's how flight sims before I came to X-Plane 11 looked to me. Okay, starter off. Okay, right generator on. Alright, take it up to high to cross bleed over. Alright, so we got everything up and running now, folks. Alright, cabin air, get that turned on. Cross speed to auto. See if we don't. Alright, we're set to ready to go. Let's get our flight plan up here. Alright. That's been entered. And next up is the toughest part. Now, one thing, if I remember that aircraft, I could pop out. Oh no, I could set them up there.
Inasuk 68 just cheered 10 bits.
Thank
Remove
you,
that damn overlay,
Inusik. We
please.
appreciate the 10 bits. Surely, much appreciated. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. I thought I pulled that down, and I did not. My bad, folks. Oh. Dang it, sorry about that, folks. I hate when I do that. Alright, so we're up and running. We got the flight plan in. We're ready here. The only thing left is get our VORs set up. Traverse City is... Well, there it is, 14.6. Okay. 4.9, that's about right. We'll take a heading, well, we'll just go direct when we take off. Alright, or to the next fix. And the next fix is... Yep, okay, so... Alright, so we're set up on that one. Let's get this one, that one up here. It's been a while. And just kind of leave things as they are. Okay, we'll have to switch frequencies here in a minute, but I think we're all set to go. Now, where the challenge comes in, folks. Now, in the actual aircraft, this may not be as daunting as it looks here. Have to set your headings. Okay, currently our wind is 020. 36. $5,300-foot runway, plenty. So we'll take 36. So we'll start with a heading. Due north. And then we'll work it around. Coming off that VOR, we're looking at 132. Alright, now the toughest of them all is the decision. That is this little switch. Okay, now let's take a look down here. Okay, so you have about a little bit on this. So you have ground speed, you have wind, time to go, ET. Then over here you have map, arc, weather, arc, and map to work with. Now you also need to make sure your EFIS is on. Elevator trim, and we're going up to 23,000. And then here's all of your autopilot. Yeah, a little bit. Here's your vertical up down. You've got climb. You've got indicated. So you got a lot of stuff here, folks. You just got to use it. Okay. All right, we're ready to taxi. Common traffic frequency here as soon as we come online. I'm a shrewd businessman, huh? I see how you're doing this. Oh, Okay, so X pilot's up there. All right, common traffic, CTAF, KTVC. Oh, fine, be that way. Okay, so we need to squawk 2465. Now we'll do CT. Whoop, can't do it on there. You got to go to messages. .ctaf KTVC 24200. All right, and folks, we're ready to go. Alt, all set, 23, here we go. Someone is with you in the cockpit. Well, that might be my granddaughter, who's being very fussy. Traverse City Common Traffic, KingAir, November 43 X-Ray Sierra, taxi to runway 36. Oh my, they put a big thing in front of me here. I don't know where to go. Wow. That used to connect? Huh. Hang on. Okay, that is the run. Okay. I was gonna say. Our nice little taxi out. Again, we're taxiing to a 5,378 foot. We're flying to a place not reporting weather. Now, technically, let's be honest here, if you're a real world pilot, you would not. You would be in a ground stop right now till we got weather. Just putting that out there, folks, for those of you thinking, well, he did it, just so you know. I do know that, and I've seen this a couple times at the airport I was at before, where they weren't getting weather or what they needed weather-wise, not minimums or stuff like that, informationally, and they sat on the ground till they got it. Much to our chagrin of wanting to go back and call it a night. Alright, so takeoff checks here. We'll come down here, we'll do a little bit of a run-up. Some of this I'm not 100% sure how to run. But we'll do what I do know. Or at least what terminology I know. Let's put it that way. Alright, let me roll into position here and we'll do our run-up. Laps are set. But yeah, by the rules, we would really not be allowed to go. Now, I have not decided the approach yet. It's really going to determine by if I got to go VFR, because okay, brakes are set. All right, so what we got to do here, folks, I'm going to go ahead, bring up again aforementioned AVTAB. I have my cadet co-pilot here yelling at me, "What do you think you're doing taking off with no weather there?" Alright, so we're gonna start here. Overspeeds, I don't know how to do this fully, but I do know how to do the pitch checks and all of that. Well, we'll try. Let's put it that way. Alright, so props up. $1,900's what we're going for. Alright, basically, folks, what we're going to be doing is exercising the prop. If you remember the arrow, folks, we're exercising the props, that oil in the hubs. Okay, that's pretty good. Auto prop 6 on. All right, we're ready to go, folks. Final checks, condition levers to high idle. As soon as we're cleared, ice protection's not needed. Boost pumps on, frictions, anti-rate or avionics and radar set. One more check of our all right. Before takeoff, superchargers, pitot heat transponder is on. Strobes on, auto ignition armed, and here we go. Traverse City traffic, KingAir, November 43, X-Ray Sierra departing runway 36 to the south. Okay, condition levers, high RPM. Here we go. And you don't, again, advance these like you can some of the airliners. You got to be gentle with them. Knots. Rotate. And here we go. Europe. All right, now. Okay, and then we'll swing around here. Now, I did have somebody in YouTube help me out a little bit here, and said I could, a lot of this I could move over to my controller, and it would be specific to this aircraft. I just hang on a second here. I'm gonna go CDI to GPS. And now we're direct. All right, and we're gonna come off Unicom or common traffic. Let's go to 1,000 foot a minute climb. See if we can get a little bit. Oh yeah, I've actually got bindings for this set. I have to figure out what would be best for setting up like the heading, the course on my flight controls. That's where I'm kind of torn with the X52 here. Because this is ridiculous. Granted, with a second pilot, well, sometimes they do fly with one. You can still put your hand on it and then look. Does that make sense? I get that. But as a sim pilot, it's a little bit more involved. But yes, you are 100. Yeah, I know that. I just have to figure out what would be the best. Because like right now, one of my, I'm going to call it a hat switch, but I use it for trim. I can also set it up for aileron trim. But I also have some availability on my throttles. It's just, I would have to really get used to some things. And but it's a fun plane, folks. Don't get me wrong. This is an absolute gem to fly once you get everything, you know, in order and going. And we should be getting ready to make the turn here and headed towards, what was it, HHIPP, I think it was called? HIPP. Brings back memories. Been up all over this part of the Mid, both winter and summer. Winter sucks. That lake effect snow up here, oh, I hated it. Grand Rapids, Traverse City, Saginaw. Even got all the way up, but I never crossed over to the UP, Upper Peninsula of Michigan. So would have loved to have tried Mackinac once to say I did it, but that's how it goes. All right, we're through 10,000 feet. We'll keep our climb speed going. Get our lights off, even though you didn't see them, and I'll tell you why. They're all on the nose gear. So you don't have any lights out on the wingtips other than your recognition lights and your positioning lights. That's it. The rest are up in that nose. All right, let's take a look ahead and see if maybe the weather systems are working. And I've got a big no. All right, so for now, we're gonna plan runway 26. Oh wait, there's an ILS on runway 8. Cancel. Let's take a look here. It's 11 hours old. Wow. And when I click the dot that says IFR, it's actually 350 at 13. That's 6 hours old. I do not know what's going on in Ontario right now. All I can say is I hope this is not transitioning over to the real world flights. Hopefully they're not, because folks, this is delay time. Trying to figure out what's the best. Okay, currently I'm getting a wind of 350 at 13, 6 hours. So, unless we hear otherwise, we're going to plan I think I'm gonna get back in the cockpit here. Oh boy. Wow. All right, we're gonna plan the RNAV. Now let me look at it. RNAV visibility with 1 mile. So, wait a minute, did I read that right? Okay, we're gonna plan the RNAV X-ray for 2.6. Cake. All right. Okay, so let's get to work here and have some fun. Now I just got to figure out what would work the best, make sense. All right, folks, welcome aboard. Thank you so much for being a part of flying with us. No, I didn't start. Get that going each time. Get that opened up here. I meant to get that going while on the ground. I got hung up in a couple of things. All right, folks, we got Stream Raiders uploaded, ready to go. We'll see how it works out on this flight. We're still getting up to altitude. Oh, this ought to be fun into here. And I will be right back. Alright folks, aboard the flight deck is our cadet, Miss Lily, and she is going to be telling me you are breaking all the regulations. Right? Alright, you tell them. Tell them what I'm doing wrong, okay? By the way, folks out there in the flying world of VATSIM, she is being very fussy. That's why we're allowing her in the cockpit to maybe soothe her down and let her take another model. Let me put you right over here, friend. You got the throttles, okay? You probably know how to fly this better than I do. All right, folks, we're leveled off. And we're heading across. 1 hour to go. Are you happy now? She's going, oh, look at all those buttons I could push. What's the A and the S and the D do? What's that lever do? Alright, folks. So our cadet slash flight commander here is telling us we're doing fine. And to not worry about the weather issues down there in Toronto. Land it even if it's 0-0, right? Oh, I think she's getting very squirmy-wormy here. Are you a squirmy-wormy? Alright. All right, folks, and we're back. The cadet is going off to have some chow that we in the flight deck don't get. You know, we're just peons up here. All right, so she has left the deck and we are on our way. I'm going to go ahead, keep us pushed in here on that power setting. And we'll cruise at about right there, 1800. Lights are set. And this is the one thing, I think that's why I've got a, well, no, I don't have that one pulled up. All right. It doesn't go much into cruise information, and that's where I'm always having troubles with this plane. Not, I did forget one switch. Okay, and but overall, folks, it's really it's not that hard to fly. I really enjoy this plane. I think it's just pretty cool. I know a lot of you out there are flying the KingAir 350. She has done a wardrobe change, by the way, folks. So we'll just kind of keep cruising along. Let's see how our pressurization looks. Cabin altitude down a little. All right, folks, we got about 5 minutes to go. Weather's actually not looking all that bad up here. I just wish we had better weather reporting right now. All right, so coming up, we need to switch to 116.5. Oh, 112. Disregard. I got the wrong one, folks. 112.15. I am going to confirm that on SKYVECTOR. Oh. Well, dang it. We didn't get credit for this flight. I forgot to start the Acres program. Dang it. All right. Yeah, 112.15. Oh, that bums me out. I forgot to start that. Okay, so, well, we'll just kind of not worry about that. We'll just keep trekking on the way we are. And we'll get this flight in another day, another way with Mac Air. And yes, I could file a manual, but you know what? We're okay. I like doing it where I use their tools. It's okay, folks. Hope Friday Eve is going well for you. I call it Friday Eve. Well, we call everything something Eve. Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve, Thanksgiving. Well, no, we don't do it for that one. So why not call Thursday Friday Eve? Tomorrow is Friday. So I hope you all have your plans set up or making plans for your weekend. And I hope it's the greatest that it can be. So just keep cruising along here, and I will be right back. All right, folks, back with you. Sorry about that. All right, so we're cruising along here with 40 minutes to go. All right, let's take a look here at what I've got set up here. All right, so as you can see, we're coming down the mid, HIPP, and then a CFZJP, and then direct to Toronto. Once we get to Toronto, we're going to head to Aleg, or Alkeg, sorry, got it backwards. All right, first off, the approach we're doing is an RNAV approach. So we'll be using the GPS here. ATIS is 133.6. We'll try it. Not really thinking anything's going to happen. By the way, common traffic is not in play here. So we'll be on 122.8 for the duration now. Any change? Nope, 11 hours, 42 minutes old. And then if I click the red dot, we're 6 hours and 30 minutes old. So nothing's updating, and who knows the reasons behind that. And if you go to SKYVECTOR, folks, there are very limited. The only one coming in that might. Let's find out. Trenton. Trenton is in Ontario. Okay. The military base there. After that, there are no other reporting stations other than some in Quebec that are available, and out in the Stream Islands. There are some over in Saskatoon and Manitoba, but for the most part, you're not getting weather in Canada right now. Fun times. All right, that's cool. We'll work with it, folks. We'll work it out. Hopefully, the sim, I have no idea what's going to be in store for us on the other side of the lake. Doesn't look good, but we'll make it happen. Okay, so here's all of our frequencies. Again, RNAV 265 is the final approach. 2000 at Obevel. And decision altitude of 322. 400 will work for me. Okay, so Alkeg at 2000. No faster than 200. Okay, that probably will not be a problem. We'll see, though. Then we're going to come down to Vipri. Vipri will be descending to 2,000 feet. Oh, so we'll be at 2,000. And then 4 miles in on Obivi. Uh-oh, hang on, I'm getting a low up here on YouTube. Let me just double check everything over here. Okay. I'm just making sure nobody's commenting over here. All right. Now I'm going to go ahead and start charging my phone. All right. So, that's our approach there, folks. A bevel, 4 miles at almost 4%. So we'll be doing our best to get it down. Again, minimums 322. We're going to set 400. Visibility 1 mile. But again, I want to thank you all for being a part of Flying with Mike today. Very interesting what is going on in Canada. What did that guy up in the tower in Canuckland pull the cord again on everything like he did in Airplane so many years ago? Who knows? All right, folks, we are HIPP headed to Z or CY or CFZJP. Yeah, I still can't figure out what to map to. Interesting. I really don't know. All right, folks, and a little over a minute and a half to go to place your units to help us get a victory here in Stream Raiders. Click the link, follow the instructions, and hope to see you on the battlefield, helping out our team. And yes, I will hold it for the commercial break so everybody can watch it. Try and get maybe a second one in. Tomcat, welcome aboard. Thank you, sir, being a part of Flying with Mike, and the battle is ready to begin. Oh, this is ugly. It's just me against them. That was a quick death, folks. Alright, we'll try to get another one in. I can't guarantee another flight right now, folks, because of what is going on with the car. But we may try to slip something in and see what we can do. Plus, with the weather the way it is here in Canada, who knows? But Tomcat, thanks for the follow. We sure appreciate you coming aboard there just before we went to battle. Folks, 30 minutes away from another battle. We'll do it before we break away today, and hope you all enjoy. But you have 28 minutes to set your units up on the battlefield. Use the help. Is that from Volanta? Not that I'm aware of. Stream Raiders is a game out there. One of the followers here put me on to try. Still not sold on it. As to the overlay above, no, that's actually Sim Toolkit. Okay, let me just look across. No fuel issues. Distance to at 107 miles, okay. Really wish I knew. The route and ETE come from Sim Toolkit. It's a free, it's what I like to call the other type of Volanta. To me, for what I do, I feel it's better. I know a lot of people use Volanta. I used to. Came across this and give you an idea what it looks like there, Tomcat. I can find it through all of my sourcing here. There it is. So, to me, it offers a lot of great things from flight planning, schedules. I can look, like when I get to this little airport here south of Toronto, I could look for other places to fly to. It has streaming tools. You're seeing one of them in the overlay. Flight tools and so forth. It's free. As far as I know, the big difference between this one and Volanta, I haven't come across any piece of this Sim Toolkit that you pay for. Not to say I've explored every nugget in it, but nothing you have to pay for. I know there are some things in Volanta you get a good product for free, but some of the extras cost. And I try to stay away from things like that. But I enjoy this. Some people tell me it's a little hard to use. The VFR planner took me a little bit to figure it out, but I got it. But the integration with SimBrief makes the normal way of making a flight plan real easy. All right, it looks like, yeah, even the sim is pulling this lovely weather. But yeah, it's a really, really good tool. I like it. All right, let me see. We're 90 out. Go just a little bit further. This is not really all that great today, folks, with the way the weather is up here in Canada. And Toronto, I think, has an event tonight. It's either tonight or tomorrow, so. Really not SF. Let's see. So yeah, I'm not right now really confident in the weather we're about to fly into. Hence, if, you know, that's one thing we could do. Let's see. Fly to where? CYYZ for the airport. They're getting weather. Okay, real world weather here, 350. It is really old. Holy mackerel. It's pretty much the same that we have down with us. Wow. They're flying though, so we're gonna see which weather we get. Oh, sorry folks, just one of those weeks where I'm not sleeping well, but that's okay. That's something I gotta deal with. Hope your week has gone well, folks. As I said, it is Friday Eve, and hope you're looking forward to the weekend. I know I am. Yeah, this looks fun, folks. Yeah, bad sleep all the time. It's okay. Been a rough couple of months, so we'll get through and continue to plod. All right, I'm going to begin setting up for descent. I know we have a 2,000 foot limit at Alkeg. Let me see exactly how far out we are. All right, we're going to set up our descent. We're coming down to 5,000. Now, what's kind of cool down here? Let me show you. Well, I'm going to kind of... I have to do this. Let's just... All right, folks, so you can see the controls here. When I click descent, it's going to automatically select it into descent. And now I'm going to control it with the speed as we accelerate up. Now I read a post somewhere, I don't remember where, but a guy that flies air ambulance using this, and we've had one of these a long time ago at Mid-America Airport. Oh gosh, probably back in the early 2000s. He said what they'll do is fly right under the barber pole. And that is what they call this gauge right here. Your airspeed gauge, right under the max speed. Now we'll start pulling back. Everything else remains the same. Then I'm gonna push us down just a couple. I want to go about 1,500 feet a minute. Yeah. No, mine's just have problems sleeping. I wake at about 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Anywhere from a half hour to maybe an hour, and then I might fall back asleep before I get up, 6:30-ish. So, and that's without alarms, folks. So. right, folks. But yeah, appreciate that, Tomcat. Hope you feel a lot better. I understand about the bin putting it off thing. I think I would too with that. All right. Oh, there is a thermometer. Sorry for the bouncing around, folks. I have no idea what it was, though. Doggone it. Here we go. Out of safety's sake, I'm going to drop down here. Alright, just to be safe, blowing the boots just to make sure. Like I said, folks, if it really... Okay. Actually, we're... just going to go ahead and activate the approach. Verify no ATC. Enter. Okay, if this is what we're going into, folks, I'm okay. I would just really like to know. Oh. Alright, so descent, altimeter set, cabin. I don't know what to set the altimeter to. Cabin signs, not yet. Windshield anti-ice on, power is as needed as we maintain coming in. We're going to actually be a little north now of the airport. We're going direct Alkeg. So we should, as long as the cloudiness isn't too bad, to the right side of the airplane, kind of see it. All right. Really interesting flight. What's that with Air Canada? Okay, there's 10,000 feet. I have no idea what he's trying to say. Of course, they're going to use 8s. Of course. And I can always back this up.
Thinking.
Doing, folks, is altering to the ILS. Continuing to 3,000. Going just west of Toronto's VOR. TZ. Okay. Toronto City Airport, November 4-3 X-Ray Sierra, 5-mile final, runway 8.
Air Force 2 taxiing to runway 33 right, clears the traffic.
Traffic Air 912, short final, 6 right.
Yeah, I heard the tone, folks. I know it's time for battle. And yes, I turned the weather off. Landing.
300. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Mr. Victor, 1090, signal right.
Air Force 2 lining me up runway 33 right, Pearson traffic.
Sorry again, folks. Ugh. Trying to figure out where I want to park. Let's go back in the back.
Air Force 2 clear of runway 33 right, Pearson traffic.
Alright. I'm done trying to find a place over here to park. Alright, so off. Alright, fuel pumps. Not bad. This one. All right, and once we're below 10% on the turbine, we can shut the battery and the gang switches off. All right, well, we'll take a look, folks. Not my greatest flying, and I don't like having to turn the weather off, but not knowing what we were in for, I decided that the command decision. And parking brake is on, and all right, folks, there you go. Toronto. Let's see what we would have came into. What the heck? Give it a second. Yeah. And what's the map say for the weather here? The weather outside is frightful. All right, so they're going to say 985 feet broken. How close is that to the real stuff we have here? Oh, wait. No, it didn't change. I thought it did. Nope. 359 miles, 600 overcast. They got wind at 012 at 7. So, I mean, we could have still shot the approach, but yeah. Right through my plane. All right, folks. Well, that'll be a wrap here. What I'll do here, let's well, I don't have a VA to look at here because yours truly forgot to start it. Let's take a look. We landed at 429 feet a minute, so let's see what Sim Toolkit does. Now, Tomcat, you were asking me a lot of questions here about Sim Toolkit. This is what Sim Toolkit will do. Volanta can, only part of it. Okay, can't fix the weather, unfortunately. That, I don't know what the issue. What is this? Hang on, that's a new... Oh, okay, disregard. No, it's not. All right, so let's close out. Now, what? Oh, Iowa Scotsman, welcome aboard. All right, so here's the differences with Sim Toolkit versus Volanta. Aside from what I've already said, I have yet to, in Sim Toolkit, run across something I have to pay for. Not to say it could be in there, I just have not found that. So that's a huge reason I like this. Second, now you get this, where you get your details, it tells you what your flight was like, your landing rate, speeds, etc. What you don't get is page 2. Now, you may get this lovely metrics, but you don't get the graphic of where you landed. Unless things have changed. It's been a long time since I fired up Volanta. But when I did, a lot of things I had to pay for. And I kind of soured me really heavily on it. So, and again, this is City, Toronto City Airport. The main airport, I don't even know if we'll really be able to make it out. Oh, right. That's not it. Here it is. There's the main airport. So gives you an idea. This is down by the bay. You can see we came up short of the landing area. This is where they'd like you to land visually. Okay. We landed it short. We're fine. Folks, we're on a 3,900. Really? I thought it was longer than that. I'll be doggone. 3,900 foot runway. So the closer you get to here, the more runway you have. All right. So, but anyway, we landed 760 feet down the runway, 4 feet off the center line. That's all good. Speed, actually pretty decent. Roll and pitch, pretty good. You know, we're almost 2 Gs, folks. I'm pretty satisfied with this, even though we got 429 feet a minute. All right, so that's the big difference, folks, that I see between the two. Right or wrong, hey, you all make your call. I'm just telling you what I like versus what's up there. All right, folks, I've held it off long enough. If I go any longer, we're going to get a commercial break. Let's do a round of Stream Raiders. Oh, and we have Twinkle Tard in here. Thank you. We definitely need assistance. Fire away. And the survey says... Uh-oh. Not looking good, folks. We lost. And that'll be the last one for today, folks. Yeah. Not a good day for us. So anyway, folks, all around, was a fun flight. Let's just put it that way. Fun little, let's go from Traverse City over to here. It ended up being a bust for, hang on a second. Just a little bit bummed because I didn't plan for that. So, we're going to go ahead, call it, folks. And if we have time later today, we'll come up. The reason we can't go on to a second flight like I was hoping, I really don't know when we're going to go get our car, and they should be calling soon. It's in the shop for air conditioning with 100-degree temperatures coming, and it being very obstinate in wanting to sometimes work, sometimes not. He drove right through my plane again. Man, I tell you, these fuel drivers. I definitely want to make sure it's working. So folks, I want to say thank you. Tomcat, thanks for the follow. Inuasik, thank you for the 10 biddies. Sorry for the way it came. And Shampoo Flyer, thanks for the resubscribe, for being with us for 6 months. So for now, folks, I'm just going to go ahead, wrap things up, and hope you all have a great rest of your day. If time permits, we'll come back on and put another flight in. Tomorrow we'll be in Greece. So, hope you enjoy. See you then. God bless you all. Have a great day. And I see Admiral Nieder being online, so I think we'll pay it forward and give him a raid. Y'all have a great day. It looks like he's Airbusing it today. I'm not sure from where to where, but I hope y'all enjoy.